I'm going to tell you about parts of our eye and uh, the problems that we can face if we have an eyesight problem. And I'm also going to tell you about the foods which we can add if we have any eyesight problems to cure that certain vitamin or nutrient deficiency so that our eyes can function better and we don't face these eyesight problems. And I'm also going to tell you guys about a superpower from an anime that is mostly like it's related to the person's eyes that grants the user that unique abilities with which he can do very like super insane stuff. Organs just like our heart, our kidney, and our skin. It's one of the organs. It has over 2 million working parts. Lids offer protection for our eyes, upper eyelid and lower eyelid. Cover our eyes when they are closed. Known as sclera and chlorina, that like what do we say? It's present in our eyes that like this part, sclera and cornea. Protects our eyes interior. It will be visible on the screen. Also, a tear film in it that keeps our eyes healthy, um, which helps carry oxygen to it. Here has iris, which lets light in, but before it gets in, there is a black color opening in it that's known as pupil. Pupil, which is present in the iris, is actually responsible for letting the light in. Lens is suspended behind the iris that helps us focus on near and far objects. Has millions of photoreceptors that known as rods and cones. Eyes in eyelight inside to cornea and pulips. Dark room and turn on bright lights, then what happens is pulips become narrower. Constrict is becoming a bit narrower and they reduce the amount of light that's entering. After this, there is retina. Retina is a very thin layer that has rods and cones in it. The retina, right? After this, when we get inside a bright room, like there's a lot of light in there, what happens there is our pulips that are there, they become like more wider, like they open up so that a lot of light gets in there and we can see more, we can see better. Passes through our eye, uh, it gets into the retina, it tackles our nerves. That's captured in the retina after passing through our optic nerve is given to optic nerve. After the images pass through the retina through the optic nerves, the image that's there it passes through our eye and the nerves through retina, and then the image is given to the optic nerves that are there. It passes through our brain. Um, it's like captured, it's like remembered in there after gets inside our brain. What I said you guys was the eye structure, like the parts of our eye and how the light enters the retina and the image is captured in the optic nerves, goes to our brain and how it's remembered. When light enters, it focuses on front of our retina and directly on it. When this happens, when it only focuses on front of our retina rather than directly on it, we experience nearsightedness. Nearsightedness is objects that are closer that are clear for us, but the objects that are far they are not clear. They are like blurry. We also need more vitamin D if there is a deficiency of if we have myopia that is nearsightedness, we need a little bit of more vitamin D. It indicates deficiency of that. Is light that's entering the pupils that focuses behind our retina. In this, what happens is if it focuses behind our retina, objects that are nearer that are blurry, and objects that are farther they are like visible more better. Crystalline lens loses its ability to focus the objects that are there. They completely appear blurry in presbyopia. For presbyopia, we need more vitamin B1. We are deficient in it. Vitamin B and B1. Both the foods that are there to improve our eyesight. Vitamin C, E, lutein, zeaxanthin, zinc, gluten, and omega-3 fatty acid. Nutrients that are present for our eye. Zeaxanthin act as important antioxidant that protect our eyes from free radicals, and they also protect our eyes from ultraviolet rays. Zeaxanthin can even cure a problem in our retina that causes macular degeneration. Macular degeneration is only something that damages our retina, and lutein zeaxanthin can like cure this problem. Like it can solve this problem, and that problem won't happen. And if it happens, it will like remove that certain problem, and our retina will be like at a normal state. Kale like have these antioxidants from sunlight, cigarette smoke, and air pollution. Leafy greens that are loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin. For lutein and zeaxanthin, we need to eat more spinach. And I just told you guys the benefit of that. It is one of the top antioxidant sources. Strawberries, bell peppers, and half cup of papaya. It's collagens, proteins, and it provides structure for eyes, and it prevents cataracts. Or something that are known as which passes through our lens. They are like, what do we say? Uh, so are something that scatters near our lens. Something that scatters and blocks light. It like moves like this, and it blocks light that's passing through the lens. Vitamin C, it prevents our eyes from having those cataracts. Protects our eyes from it. Told you guys the sources, right? Strawberries, papaya, and enough of oranges, bell pepper, green peppers, and bell peppers are the same thing. And E are needed to keep us healthy and the tissue strong. Sunflower seeds, almonds, and pecans are the important sources for this. Vitamin C and E. So I just told you guys. I just told you guys about an ability that I want to have, right? That's mostly used through our eyes. In the anime that's known as Naruto Shippuden, I would like to have Sharingan. Sharingan is the favorite thing that produces the user unique abilities. And gives a ninja an ability to copy like the mere sight of the thing and the opponent's techniques and gaining reflexes. Reflexes are something actions that occur without a thought or an event even before it's occurring. Like we get to know it even before it's occurring, and we can like dodge it or make a certain move to like block that attack or a counter attack for that attack so that the opponent level is down and it's easier to defeat him, or he gets to a position where he can't move. And perspective capabilities that are there that represent 3D objects on a 2D surface. You get my point, right? 3D objects are present on a 2D surface that give us the perspective, the height, and the width of that certain person that is moving on a 2D surface. It can be a person, it can be an object, it can be anything. The Sharingan gives us this ability. Something like a Rinnegan, Bakugan, etc. things in Naruto for Haguya clan and another different clans. But Sharingan is like my favorite thing that I want to have if it's possible. Yeah, actually want to have the Sharingan. Like I love this thing. Uh, Sharingan is directly, it affects our eyes. It turns red with black when activated. It's like comma like patterns are present in it. It's one of the grade 3 dojutsu. It's one of the grade 3 dojutsus. It has like a circle above the pupil thing, and in that circle, it's like three dots are present. Killer of Kekegenka is present. He experiences a powerful emotional condition during the awakening of this Sharingan. Like the person that is supposed to like activate the Sharingan and it's still not activated, but when he's about to activate it, these emotional conditions he goes through them. It releases certain form of chakra patterns, and due to which this Sharingan thing is activated after the chakra is traveled through the optic nerves. Activated through the curse of hatred, a negative emotion by stress or loss of a certain thing or a certain person, and it can even be activated through um, when we want to protect something, a loved one. It can also be activated through like when we are like at a crying state, or we are like very joyful. Like for Sadara, it got activated when uh, the joy of meeting his father. Like she was like too much like, yeah, I'm meeting my father after so long. Like he went to a certain different place. Like his father is Sasuke, right? Sarah's father in Boruto. And he's coming back after a lot of years, and her Sharingan was activated. And Obito was trying to like protect Kakashi and what's her name, her Rin, and his Sharingan was activated. And for Sasuke, it was like Itachi like annihilated the entire Uchiha clan, and due because of that loss of those so many people, Sasuke's like Sharingan got activated. This thing is like fully developed. It can see through all targets that are like present around them. Mid battle events are like going on, and what happens is we can see the one in front of us, and we can see the one in behind of us, and we can see like the entire people that are there around that certain battlefield, and we can like predict their moves, and we can dodge, and we can attack them. We can do cool stuff. Yeah, it's like really good ability to have, to like combat better, or like make moves, or getting to know that move before it even occurs is like a very great thing. But if there's a normal Sharingan, then we can only see and like check the patterns and stuff of the person that's in front of us, but it's like leveled up Sharingan, and it's like at a higher level, then we can get to know everything around us. Like even if there are a lot of people behind us, a little bit back of us, etc., we can get to know that too if the Sharingan is a lot of developed. C chakra that's giving it obstruction, like the chakra flow in that certain body, the stuff that's like preventing the passage flow. Any obstruction is there, any irregularities are there in the chakra flow, the Sharingan can like detect it. Also tell like the nature of something, what's it's produced from, the source of it, it actually made up of. The user to see the movement or the chakra or anything till the cellular level of that certain being. The Sharingan we can even mimic like the pencil movements that are occurring. Pencil movements are like uh, if we are seeing something and that movement is so small, like the pencil movement what we are writing in a book, that's like such a small movement, but we can even copy and do that movement at another plane. Till that level Sharingan can like help us see that certain thing. This clarity of 3D movements on a 2D surface. What's a 3D movement actually? The movement when we see it in X, Y, and Z plane. Movement in X, Y, and Z plane, we can give out the height, width, and the length of that certain thing. It allows us to see till that level on a 2D surface too. The next move, and we can dodge it, and we can make a counter attack for it, even if the slightest muscle tension is felt when we have that Sharingan. The level of Sharingan is known as Mangekyo Sharingan. Mangekyo Sharingan is like an insane level of next thing. It has like a triangle kind of like this and like this. It's a triangle circle thing. This thing is like, what do we call this? Uh, yeah, this thing is like we can like use Susanoo with this thing, and we can do Amaterasu, and we can like uh, no, not till teleporting objects. Yeah, we can teleport objects too, but what we need for this is we lose our sight for certain period of time when we use Mangekyo Sharingan. But when we take off another user's Mangekyo Sharingan, and if we have two Sharingans, we remove one of that eye and we place that person's Mangekyo Sharingan side, we will never even have that sight problem. We can use Amaterasu, we can use, what do we say, Susanoo, and we can teleport objects to a different dimension. It gives us like cool abilities. Indra's and Asura's chakra, this Sharingan becomes a Rinnegan. This Sharingan thing, after it was mixed with like, what do we call him? Hagoromo's chakra. Hagoromo Otsutsuki's chakra. Madara and Obito, it was like a different thing, like how they got the Rinnegan, but it was similar to Sasuke's. And after this, there is Hagoromo Otsutsuki's one meaning of Rinnegan is like unique method, but it skipped the entire process. Take this example of mimicking abilities, like when did it actually occur in the anime? Actually managed to do this when he fought with Zabuza. When he fought with Zabuza, he was actually able to mimic the abilities. So once I'll show you a clip of it. in season 1 episode 9. He was even able to perform the same water style jutsus that Zabuza performed, and it gave him a big hand. Like, it was like a very big thing that like helped like Kakashi to defeat Zabuza in that episode, in season 1 episode 9. Done to Eye of Insight, like copying and mimicking this certain thing. We can use Eye of Hypnotism through Genjutsu. What we can do through Eye of Hypnotism in Genjutsu is we can actually place the target under a hypnosis. Like we can do Genjutsu on that person, and that person is like unaware. He goes into a completely different world. Physically he stays the same, but he goes into a completely different world, and we can like be as if we are attacking that person and we are doing something to that person in that different world. So what actually happens to that person, that is not real. It happens in an illusionary world. To those who fall like victim of it, uh, it's like someone is hypnotizing us and we are like thinking in a different world, but it's not like we are actually performing that certain task in a physical world too. It's like an illusionary world, we are trapped in it and some stuff is happening in that. But they do something known as a release genjutsu thing in Naruto and they come out of it. Sharingan, 1 Tomo, 2 Tomo, and 3 Tomo level. 1 Tomo level Sharingan is like there is one comma thing in that circle, and 2 Tomo is like there are two commas in that circle, and 3 Tomo is like there are three commas in that circle. 1 Tomo is the primary thing, 2 Tomo is the secondary thing, and 3 Tomo is the highest level. Muscles need like come everyday training and good nutrition to get stronger, and we run every day to get faster. This third level Sharingan, like the highest level in which we have like the three commas in that certain circle, uh, we need like a lot of training to like actually awaken it. When we use it a lot in battles and combat, and we keep on doing using it, then we get like the three comma Sharingan. The insane technique that we can use with this 3 comma Sharingan is known as Izanagi and Izanami. These things were used by Itachi on Kabuto in Naruto episode 338. What we do in this is, as we battle that opponent, when we actually fight that opponent, we take like a record of it and as a photograph of his physical senses. His physical senses are like what are around him, like what he's able to hear, what he's able to see, what he's able to smell, what he's able to touch. Those are like the physical senses, right? We take record of this, and after that we photograph it, like we capture it, and a feeling of an instant. In an instant, what we do is we visually take off like the entire senses, and we call it A. We use our jutsu and capture these things, and we call this thing as A. And B, that opponent's movements, how is he moving in that certain period of time, and we capture that B. And C, with our Sharingan we record all these things and we recreate those same physical senses so that our powers can manipulate that certain person in an other world. First, what we do is, with our powers we create the exact same copy of A, and in a flow of time the events that occurred in A keep on happening again and again. Like the physical senses that we captured in A, they keep on happening again and again. Get this? And in B and C, we create full fluctuation within that fixed period of time. And due to this, what happens is, what occurred in that certain event becomes an infinite time loop for that particular person. Like that event keeps on happening and happening. That's what Izanagi does. This is something that uh, Itachi did to Kabuto, but there is a way with which we can break through this jutsu. There is an escape route to this jutsu. This was developed because, like the Uchiha clan in which Sasuke was born, the people that were having Izanagi, when one Sharingan user used it on the opposite clan or the people they are fighting, then they didn't have any problem. But when the Sharingan user started bossing around, like I will keep off all of you guys in a time loop and no one can like defeat me, or he was like I accomplished this certain battle so everyone should listen to me. And when he started becoming like very like I am going to rule this entire place, no one can like oppose me, there was Izanami developed to counterattack Izanagi so that peace can be maintained throughout the Uchiha clan and in the world, so that the Izanagi user doesn't boss around. This is the perfect Uchiha visual jutsu that's designed to change destiny. If something doesn't go as we want, we can erase it and we can like do it again. Another reality, fallen enemy will revive and the outcome changes. But Izanami is far superior form of loop that is around the physical sensation. Izanami is a twisting reality that's meant for stopping Izanagi. When Izanami is activated, once one accepts the original outcome, uh, he stops running from it, the loop gets stopped, and he gets to reality. So what happens in Izanami is, okay, so Izanami is something in which it's like a game. Like the user is like the game creator, like he's designing the certain events that are occurring. uh, in Izanagi we use the events that have already occurred, but in Izanami that user is like the creator, like he's the director or he's like the person that deciding that certain events that are occurring, and he keeps that person that he wants to like defeat in that certain scenarios, and those certain scenarios keep occurring to that person until and unless he accepts defeat. The person that's using Izanagi should accept defeat by the Izanami user so that peace is sustained, like the peace that is there, that is maintained throughout the world. When the certain opponent accepts defeat, he comes out of the reality where those certain events are occurring and he gets to reality, to the real world. He gets out of the time loop and those certain events that the Izanami user has kept him in, and he gets to the reality world. In Izanagi and Izanami, on the person who we did it, that person's physical body is in the real world, but his senses that are there, what he can see, what he can hear, what he can touch, what he can feel, all of those things go off to another world, but his physical body stays still. So the person in the physical world can't say anything. Get my point? So on the person on whom we casted like Izanami, on that person uh, when that person accepts defeat, he can get into reality, he can live a normal life again. That's it. So these are the powers that I would like to have, and Mangekyo Sharingan is something that is like insane thing. Like we can actually damage the user just by looking at him and targeting him with Amaterasu like black flames. Like those flames like never get out of him. He keeps on burning to the point of death. But Naruto actually like got out of those flames when he fought with Sasuke. Like he placed another chakra above his skin to let loose of Amaterasu. And the other thing we can do is we can teleport things into a different dimension with Mangekyo Sharingan. But I would like to have the Sharingan. It's like a really handy thing. This is what I wanted to tell you guys about eyes and what foods are like good for our eyes and a special eye ability that I would like to have. Another thing, I already told about how Naruto like motivated me. I already watched like 900 episodes of Shippuden and all the episodes of Naruto. You guys can check out that video in my full day of eating video, Naruto full day of eating video. Sorry, how Naruto motivated me and my full day of eating, how to adjust my KitchenAid series throughout the day. That one, according to your height, weight, activity level, and your goal to get to a normal weight, and if you're playing certain sport according to activity level, how to adjust a diet plan. That video, yeah, it'll be linked in the description. Have in the real world. So that's it for this video, guys. Take care.